everyone, this is X-Wing RLJ with a part 6 of the Subnautica walkthrough on the PS5. Last video I said we were going to go to the floating island today to pick up blueprints for some of our base rooms. So as we start out here, new start point for all travel from here on out is going to be directly above Life Pod 17. I'm going to place a beacon here that's closer to the surface so that you get better distances from for your travel. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Yeah, that light blue background is not a good color choice. It's just hard to see against the blue of the water. So we'll switch that to red so we can see it no matter where we are. So we're going to be headed to the floating island, which is hidden by that static cloud right over there to the south. That cloud doesn't move. It hides the island, just as the other island has a static cloud as well that hides it. The cloud will disappear as you get close to the island, though.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
So let's get to the start point. And then we're going to look south, and we're going to head one notch to the right of due south. I'll double speed here, so in the interest of saving time, well, it doesn't speed up the video per se, it eliminates every other frame, so it just seems like we're moving twice the speed. Takes a couple minutes to get there. There's nothing dangerous on the way, so you don't have to worry about getting attacked, provided you come from this point. There you can see the island coming out of the cloud. The cloud completely disappears as you get close. Now I said this is a floating island, and that's exactly what I meant. There's nothing holding this up as far as land mass goes. Instead, these little, well, big pink sea life, ancient floaters as they're called, actually hold the island up off the ground, or up off the sea floor rather. So we're going to come up here. You want to make sure you don't drive drive your sea moth right up to the shore. It's really easy to accidentally get it stuck on shore. I've done that more than once. So you want to park right offshore and swim the last few meters. So you can see everything here. You're not going to spend a whole lot of time on dry land. So
Picking up multiple energy signatures on the island's surface.
Want to make sure you have your knife equipped, your scanner equipped, and if it's nighttime, your flashlight. You shouldn't need anything else here. Let's go ahead and put the beacon out. We are going to have to, well, there's more than one way to get to almost everywhere, but later on we're going to be coming back out here to get to another location that's down below. So we'll go ahead and put a beacon out. And then if you that way also, if we have to get back to the island for something else, like if I forget to scan something here, I can come back from anywhere and know where it's at, because I'll have the beacon rather than trying to watch my compass. So the reason I want to do the knife out is there are, I always call them crabs, not sure why, they don't look anything like crabs. They look like a geometric square with legs is what they look like, but they will attack you. And you'll see those in a little bit later, because they hang out at the third lab we're going to go to. There's some plant life here. These boba trees are excellent sources of biomaterial for use in the bioreactor if you decide that you want to build a bioreactor. If you want to do that, you want to make sure that you get the scans of the external and exterior and interior grow beds, because you'll need those to plant these boba trees in, so that you'll have a ready supply of biomaterial at your base, as opposed to having to come back and forth to get it all the time. Additionally, if you're playing the difficulty where you're required to eat and drink, you want to make sure you scan the plants up here too, for that matter, or for that reason, so that scans may not be required, but you definitely want to make sure you harvest some of the stuff here so that you can get the seeds and grow your own food, and that will eliminate your need to go hunting for food. Now, there are 3 labs on this island. At the top of those 2 peaks, there's 1 lab on each peak, and then there's a 3rd one down in the middle. So we're going to visit the 2 peaks first, and then I'll take you to the 3rd lab. Now, for those of you who are trophy hunters, I failed to mention on my last video that when you built the sea moth, you get a trophy pop for that. Additionally, the 3rd lab we go to here, well, actually all 3 labs have PDAs, and I do believe that only one of the PDAs is required to pick up in order to pop the trophy for finding this habitat. I believe the family name is Degassi. I think it's called the Degassi habitat, and there's a trophy for finding it. But you don't get the trophy just for showing up. You've got to pick up the PDA. I'll show you which PDA that is. Although it's possible I'm mistaken, it's possible you actually have to pick up all of them. But so here we are at the 1st lab. The first scan is going to be the bulkhead. This will allow you to build bulkheads inside your base, which increase the structural stability. And I prefer using those as opposed to reinforcements. But the reinforcements are good too. There's a chest in here with a bottle of water, which I don't need. There's your first PDA. That's not the one that pops the trophy. And down here, we have the first of the 2 rooms we're going to get, the observatory. Once you scan this, you can build it in your base. Now, you have to make sure you have a high structural stability rating before you build this, because that's a lot of glass, and glass is structurally weak. Building this room will drastically lower your structural stability of your base. So you want to make sure you build up the structural stability first. That's going to require the bulkheads and the reinforcements. And if you want to go that route, you could build foundations and put your base on the foundations, and that will give you additional structural stability. I typically skip that step. Scan all the plants. You want to make sure you harvest some of those plants if you are growing your own food. That's an interior grow bed. You definitely want that. You'll have to build it inside your base, and you get the blueprint for that just from scanning it, like I said before. You cannot grow these plants outside, in the water. There are plants you can do that with, but not these ones. This is a spotlight that you can put on the outside of your base, so you want to go pick up the blueprint for that by scanning it. And that is everything we can get at this base. Or this lab. So we're going to head back down the side of the hill here, or mountain, or whatever it is you want to call this. And then we're going to head to the peak of the other mountain to check out the 2nd lab. You want to stay on the paths. You may be able to scale the sides of the mountain, but you're going to be wasting a lot of time going that route. This little cave just goes to a nice little viewpoint where you can see everything. It's got a great view. Now, I said you don't want to come to this island. You only want to come to this islands from certain directions. If you get close to the engines on your crashed ship, you'll be attacked by a Leviathan class beast, and he's not very gentle. He will take your sea moth down to 25% or less of health. He might even destroy your sea moth. I can't remember there's a hull upgrade that makes your hull stronger, and I can't remember if I had that equipped or not when he attacked me and knocked me down. Took me down 25% of my sea moth health. If I did have it equipped, then it'll destroy the sea moth in the first hit. And here's some other styles of indoor planters, but these ones can only hold one plant. Some Chinese potatoes. Again, you want to harvest it so that you can grow your own if you are playing in the difficulty where you need to feed and water yourself. There's another PDA. Now these PDAs, they're numbered. So if you listen to them in order, you can hear the story of the family that was stranded here before.
This island is a godsend. Look out of the window. No predators, fresh food.
No building materials, nothing left of the ship. And your kid says we're gonna starve without more grow beds. Speak up, kid.
It's true, Father. The natural growth rates are too slow to keep supporting us.
All I'm saying is ocean's got us surrounded. No use hiding.
So that's all there is of that base. There's not much there. You just want to get the blueprints for the planters. Pick up that PDA.
You want to forfeit your emergency pay to
So now we're going to head back down, and we're going to go to the third lab.
Believe me, I'm thinking on it.
Keep calling it a lab. It's a habitat. There's no science experiments going on. So this one, now the first time I played through this, I'm pretty sure there was like 7 of those crab-like creatures, but there's only 3 of them this time. See, and there's one right there. Now, you hit it twice with your knife, and they typically start running away. If you hit it a 3rd time, it'll kill it. I always kill them. I chase them down if they start running away and kill them so that they don't heal up and come back on me. I don't know if they heal or not, but I don't want to come back and hit me when I'm not expecting it. Now you notice the big cloudy yellow mass. That's here's a multi-purpose room. That's the second room we're getting. In my opinion, the second most important room that you're going to get. Anyhow, as I was saying, that cloudy mess that comes that shows up when you hit one of these things with your knife, that's blood. I guess that's pretty obvious, but it's the underwater animation for it. For some reason, they didn't create a separate animation for above water. So there's the other 2. There's that one and the one underneath. Let's take care of these guys. And that's that one. They don't do a lot of damage. On the other island, there's a lot more of them. And if you don't pick them off, they get annoying. So this is a wall planter, so you can plant plants on the wall of your base if you so decide. I don't know what all, I've never used it, so I don't know what all plants actually will grow there. I doubt anything like tree-like would grow there, but I'm not sure either. Or if you actually grow stuff there, it could just be a decoration, I'm not sure. So here's the exterior grow bed. You would plant this outside your base. If you're planting underwater plants, you can plant it right down there on the seafloor, or build it right down on the seafloor next to your base. If you're growing regular plants, then you need to be on the surface. It's another PDA. Make sure you scan this purple tablet. It'll give you a blueprint. You're going to need this purple tablet as you progress through the game. You're going to need quite a few of these. Some you'll be able to find. You might be able to find enough to complete the game, but better to have the blueprint and be safer than sorry, or be safe rather than sorry. Come up here to get to the inside of the base or the habitat. They wouldn't let me in the door downstairs. So there's 2 PDAs down here. There's also this chest. This chest has a battery, so go ahead and grab that. That saves you time and effort. There's another PDA.
Integrating new PDA.
Now the last PDA.
Son, I said wait for the storm to pass. Your life's more valuable to me than a plant patch.
You stopped being in charge when the ship you were captaining sunk.
I'll stop being in charge when you take charge of yourself.
Say, Chief. Chief,
What?
do you know how to drain those grow beds of 40 tons of stormwater? Or how to conjure food from the air?
I know how to prioritize.
I'm just saying, if that's so, what's your boy's life worth to you today? If tomorrow you're gonna be so hungry you start wondering what he tastes like, let him go deal with your plans.
Son, go deal with the plants.
Bard, Torgo has disembarked the habitat.
Interfere with my family again, and when rescue arrives, I will leave you here. Do you understand me?
No rescue coming, Chief. Not in time. And no staying here neither. This rain keeps falling, sooner or later this place will be buried. Only choice we got is whether to get buried with it.
Sorry, I didn't want to talk over that. I hit play for you. I can just let you listen to the rest of them on your own when you get them. But that one that last one there is the one that will pop the trophy for you.
I've seen sunlight in months. After all that time in the deep, I'd been dreaming of it.
And that is all we need on this island.
Now that I'm back here,
So now that we've got all that, we can head back to base.
enjoy alone. Father was right.
Make sure I didn't miss anything.
We should never have left this place. We shouldn't have gone so deep.
And that's it.
Not want us down there.
So we got the blueprints for 2 of the base rooms, the observatory and the
Marguerite and Father
multipurpose
are
room.
the ecosystem of this incredible planet.
Like I said, I believe the multipurpose room was one of the 2 most important rooms to have, and the reason for that is basically because just for utility purposes, that's where you're going to have the room to build, all the lockers for storage and battery chargers and all that stuff. You're going to put those. Typically, you're going to put those in a multi-purpose room. You can also put windows in there, turn it into bedrooms and other stuff. You can decorate it with all the other furniture that we scanned. We can decorate it. So back to the sea moth and double time it back to the base.
Welcome.
The next video we'll have is where I'll actually build these rooms. I'm trying to keep my videos under 20 minutes so that nobody gets discouraged from watching the long ones. That way it makes it easy to take breaks. Once we get back here to the base, I doubled the time here again. I just use the camera waypoints for my base rather than setting another beacon. So I've used my 2 beacons, so I will be building 2 more for now. Oops, something hit me. Carnivorous fish. They're a pain in the butt. They do more damage than the crabs do, but they're pretty easy to kill. So you probably didn't see it as I was coming back. I hit one of those little tiny fish with my sea moth, and it caused some damage. So you got to repair that. So anyhow, so we're back to the base. That's the end of this video. Hit like if you liked it, and we'll see you next video.
Welcome aboard.
Have a good day.